Hi there, I'm Yudhika Sujanani and welcome to Carry Me Home. Today I'm going to be making a paneer and mushroom madras, and it has Asian flavors like coconut milk and Indian spices. So the first thing I'm going to do is heat up some oil, and it's sunflower oil. Put this into the pan. And next, when this heats up, I'm going to add some mustard seeds. And those need to pop to release some nutty aromas and flavors. So mustard seeds going in, and they immediately start to sizzle. I'm just going to swirl the pan around. I'm using the AMC electric cookware. Really handy to have around, especially when you're entertaining. So you have almost another stove to work on. So the mustard seeds are starting to pop, and the next ingredient is some cumin seeds. And those splutter and pop very quickly. In goes some chopped onion. We're going to saute these onions until they're golden brown. I'm going to add some salt to the onion, and that speeds up the browning by drawing out the moisture from the onion. And we're just going to let that cook until the onions turn golden brown, which should take about a minute or two. So the onions are starting to turn a light golden brown, and next I'm going to add ginger. Ginger is used quite often in Indian food, and it does aid digestion, so you find it in quite a few Indian recipes. And garlic, and I love garlic, so I'm adding an extra teaspoon of garlic. So we're going to saute this, and you really need to watch the garlic because it does tend to burn quite easily, and once it does burn, it gives your food a really bitter flavour and aroma. Just about done. You just want the garlic and ginger to be aromatic. The next ingredient is desiccated coconut, and I'm popping that over to the side of the pan. Once again, desiccated coconut also burns quite easily, and I'm going to stir that through. If you are a bit nervous, I would advise you at home just to take the pot off the stove and give it a quick stir. The coconut actually should be a light golden brown, and it should give off a light coconut aroma. So I can see the coconut starting to brown, and I'm going to pop the onion over to the side of the pan, and the first spice goes in now, brown spice, which is red chili powder. I feel like a bit of a mild to medium curry today, so I've added about 1.5 teaspoons of red chili powder. You're going to stir that around, and most people think Indian curries aren't very healthy, but as you can see in the pan, there isn't really much oil in here. Next ingredient is the chopped tomato. We're going to stir that through and let it simmer on a medium heat until the tomato dissolves and forms a nice thick paste. So we've let the tomato simmer, and I'm just going to have a quick look. And there you can see the tomatoes has formed a beautiful thick paste. I'm using a wooden spoon, the back of a wooden spoon actually, and just breaking that down gently. And now we're going to add the roasted brown spices. So we're adding ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, some garam masala, and a pinch of turmeric. Now these have already been slow roasted, so you don't need to add them to the oil and fry them off before the other ingredients are added. Now I'm going to add the chopped button mushrooms, and you could just add chickpeas if you like, some boiled drained chickpeas. Mushrooms have a really high water content, so I'm not going to add any water to this. I'm just going to let that simmer down for a bit. See, it's almost like stir frying the mushrooms in this thick tomato and onion paste. mushrooms soften slightly, and I'm just going to give this a stir. And the next ingredient we're going to add is coconut milk. I'm using a Thai brand called My Ploy, and the reason I use this is that it's really good quality, and it has a very good consistency and doesn't separate or curdle when it's added to a curry or heated up. Okay, always easier to open the tins upside down. And in goes the tin of coconut milk. Always pop the lids back in so you don't get cut when you're handling the tin. Another quick stir. And we're going to simmer this until the sauce thickens. And I'm going to turn down the heat to about medium. So while that mushroom is simmering, I'm just going to slice up this Indian cottage cheese. Now this is homemade cheese and it's made with full cream milk. Here I use clover milk. I feel it really does give you the best result because when you cook the paneer and it's not fried, it doesn't seem to disintegrate into the sauce. So I'm just going to slice this into little pieces. So you can cut them up into diamonds or blocks, whatever you choose. Even little sticks if you want. And you can see the consistency of that cheese, it's really beautiful. Pop that into a bowl. And let's have a look at our curry. Gently stir that around. And I'm going to switch that over onto low now. Going to add the paneer, and you're going to pop the paneer into the sauce and just let it heat through. Now you could fry these, you would fry them in a non-stick frying pan and dunk them into boiling water and let them stand for a bit so the excess oil will float to the top, and then you just drain the paneer and put it into the sauce. I prefer it unfried, it's also slightly healthier. Going to add some magic masala now. It's our last spice going in, and this is my very own special blend. It has cardamom, cinnamon, cumin, coriander, bay leaves and cloves. Also a bit of red chili skin just for a bit of heat. I'm being very gentle when I stir that, but as you can see, the paneer made with clover milk doesn't break up in the sauce. I'm going to add some fresh herbs, curry leaves going in right at the end. And that just makes sure that curry leaves going in right at the end, and that ensures that they stay fragrant. A generous sprinkling of coriander. And that is my curry all done and ready to eat. I'm just going to serve some up. And I just can't resist another little bit of coriander over at the top. And that is my paneer and mushroom madras. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.